Something I've been asked is, how are you getting results, Kelly? How have you been able to go from being just absolutely lethargic and having no energy, being a couch potato, and who was 20 pounds overweight? How have you been able to get energized, lose your chronic acne, and just feel more alive and be able to bring it every day? And for me, that simple solution for me has been just to go back to the basics. I eat foods that have just one ingredient, like a banana. You know, Instead of falling trap to and these are foods I all used to eat. I used to fall trap to like the 30% less sodiums or the sugar-free, whole grains, all of those snazzy keywords on foods. And essentially, I was buying processed packaged foods. So for me, I've gone to packaged foods the way nature intended them, in their whole form. And for me, that's contributed to everything that has allowed me to have success with my health. I feel completely energized. I used to be sick all the time. I remember in grade school, back when I used to eat a lot of processed foods, one time I had strep throat 4 times in one year, one school year. So I'm somebody who definitely used to be chronically sick. And for me, the biggest thing that's been my solution is eating whole natural foods. So a rule of thumb for me is I avoid foods that have a box top for education on them. A few of these foods do. I've noticed that most foods with a box top for education on them are actually quite horrible for you. They're loaded with sugar, they have artificial flavors and ingredients, and just foods that contain chemicals and foods that lead to poor health. And those are foods I cut for myself. Additionally, another rule of thumb is I avoid foods that would have a TV commercial. So when I was younger, I used to eat a lot of McDonald's. McDonald's has TV commercials, Pop-Tarts, Dan and Go-Gurts, or I don't even know what's on the market anymore for kids because I'm so far removed from processed foods. But of course, my family still eats them. So for me, I have done extensive research. You can go ahead and Google food ingredients to avoid, and you'll find many of the food ingredients that I like to avoid when I'm looking at an ingredient list. People get caught up and they think that they have to pay attention to the calories and the fat content and the macronutrients within your food, and macros are good to study and know, but for me, enough people aren't worried about the composition of their foods. And instead, they put more value into the caloric needs or the caloric, what that food brings to the table. And for me, the calories aren't as important as what is in the ingredients. So when I'm looking at the ingredients label, some of the foods that I like to avoid would contain the added ingredients, let's say sugar, high fructose corn sugar, aspartame, sucralose, which is also Splenda, and actually, I'm sorry, but a lot of those Quest bars contain sucralose. So I avoid Quest bars as well. I avoid foods with artificial colors, flavors, ingredients. Let me think here. Another MSG, hydrogenated vegetable oils. I avoid corn, soy, a lot of those things. But you can find out for yourself other foods that you should be avoiding as well. So do the research for yourself, and you will find that there are a lot of added ingredients within food that doesn't even need the added ingredients. For instance, peanut butter. This peanut butter contains a slew of other ingredients it doesn't need, when in fact all it should really have is maybe peanuts and salt. And so this is something I would totally avoid, much as my oatmeal would just look like oats. Instead of this contains 2 forms of sugar as some of the very highest ingredients that are contained in here. To show you something that is very healthy, which is one of the only processed foods I actually have in my home, and I use processed loosely in terms of this food, is tahini. Tahini is made of toasted sesame seeds. And in fact, when you look at the ingredient label, it contains only organically grown, dry roasted, mechanically hulled sesame seeds. It doesn't contain added sugars, oils, salt, Nothing like that, and it's pure. And in fact, it has been verified twice as an organic. It's got the USDA organic stamp of approval, and then it also has certified organic Oregon TILF certification as well. It also has on it the GMO verified seal. So this is something that I would eat. It's organic, it is non-GMO. In terms of health, this is very good. And you know, I don't always eat organic or non-GMO foods because it is hard still. But you know, you always have to try to be a progression. You know, you're not perfect, you're just working towards being better than you were the day before and treating your health better. So these are some tips that have helped me to lose weight, feel healthy, lose acne, have a lot more energy, and just overall better health. If you want other information for, you know, how I've been able to just 180 my health, please check out the rest of my YouTube channel. Go ahead and thumbs up this video, subscribe to my channel, and also check out my website, tubbytotoned.com. Thank you.